What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from the Duelist in here with my first place local tournament Vanquish Soul deck. So I picked this deck up from my friend, convinced it was best deck, wanted to see what I could do with it. Went first, undefeated, and roughest matchup was definitely Pearly, but that's just my individual personal roughest matchup because I have the least experience fighting it. And everyone's like, it's easy, just imperm the Pearly. It's like, well, you know, you gotta draw it to do it, so that's always a thing. All right, guys, let's get right into the deck profile and what I decided to run. And after running it in a tournament, there's a lot of changes that will be made. So we're playing 3 Raisin, or Rosin, however you wanted to pronounce it. This is the most important card in the deck. If until Yugioh Long comes out, if you cannot find a way to get to Raisin, then you cannot play the game. So you must find a way. So I'll talk about how to get there later. So we played 3 Mad Love. I saw people cutting it down to 2, but I don't think that's correct. It's usually because, you know, you get Rosin, you search it, it's searchable. But opening that non-target bounce back to hand is ridiculous. So you reveal a Dark and Earth, bounce the monster with the lowest defense back to the hand. That is insane. This all is pretty much single-handedly won the Makanko matchup because they equip all their stuff. I'm not targeting it. I'm not destroying it. Just put your Makanko back to hand and all your equips go to grave. So that worked out really well. Playing 3 Borger or Borger. You know, I think people are playing the deck wrong. Everyone keeps using the draw effect, but the thing that kept me alive against Pearly was just burning for 15 every turn. Burn for 15, burn for 15, get back to my hand, burn for 15, burn for 15, survive another turn, burn for 15, and the game's over. So that's how that went. So Borger, I think it's matchup dependent, but I think everyone is too busy trying to do the hand trap lineup. And I think what they should be doing is the burn lineup. I think this deck is an amazing burn deck, and I think everyone is just kind of overlooking that. Playing 1 Pantera, gonna move this to 2, because every time I was in a spot, I was like, man, I wish I had Pantera in my hand right now, and I didn't. So, because when you summon Rosin, everyone's like, oh, you just play 1 because you can search it with Rosin. It's like, yeah, you can, but why would I search Pantera over Mad Love? I should go down to 1 Mad Love and 3 Pantera because I can search Mad Love and then just draw the Pantera. Because Pantera, if you don't have Rosin, Pantera is a way to get to Rock and then still Mad Love to get to the Book of Moon or the Continue. So Pantera, in my opinion, is underrated and should be given the respect that she needs. Playing 1 Pluton, everyone's hating on this card. This card single-handedly facilitated a lot of my OTKs. Summon it on your opponent's end phase, your turn, switch to attack, show double fire, or Dark and Earth, gain 3,000 attack. And then just swing for game with him and Caesar and Borger. So everyone's hating on it, but I think it is correct to still play it. Then double Caesar. I saw people running 1. I think that's insane. I think that's crazy. Because, like, what if you open it, then you don't have to search it, right? Perfect. If you open both, you summon 1, you have an Earth to reveal. Perfect. Like, it's just, there's no negatives to running 2 of him versus just 1. Then after that, we are doing the Kashtira package. Doing 2 Fenrir, because that was, I wanted to open it sometimes, but not all the time, if that makes sense. And it was a good way to search for a fire. I didn't always want the Fire Warrior because I wanted the Rhoda to bait the Ash, right? So you Rhoda, bait the Ash, get over there, and work that way. Then we have Pankratops and Alpha, the Master Beast. Pankratops tributes itself for cost, then pops a card in the field. Alpha, the Master of Beasts, non-target, bounce back to hand. So he targets himself, bounces him back to hand, then return an equal number of cards you bounce to your hand on your opponent's field to their hand. So, and he's an Earth. So I think people didn't really think about this, but this is better in every matchup except for Noir. Noir is the only thing that outs this card. So Yeah, I think it's super overlooked. Playing double Magnum Hut and a Druid Swarm. This only came up once. I'm probably going to cut this and replace it with DD Crows because every time I needed this, my opponent didn't have a monster on board, so it wasn't a quick effect. So essentially a bunch of dead cards. Everyone's like, yeah, but Magnum Hut can search Caesar. Cool. Yeah, but so can Rosin. And so can my pot cards. They can get me there too. Tip for that. Playing double Dagoren, the Kaiju. The reason I was playing two of these is because my Kurikaras were not in yet. They came in after the tournament. So I do have Kurikaras now that I will be replacing these with as Kurikara. So Kurikara is much, much better. There's nothing like you're having your opponent use their Fenrir. You Kurikara it, then during the end phase, you steal their Fenrir. Up for the hand trap lineup, playing 2 Ghost Bell because she's an Earth. And it hits some funny cards that you don't think it would. 3 Ash Blossom, it's a fire, and then of course it's Ash Blossom, so nothing to really explain there. And that will be it for the monsters. Playing 1 Dust Devil in double continue. Moving forward, Dust Devil, I'm going to move to 2. This card is insane. At non-target Book of Moon, I don't know, everyone's running it at 1 and running like 2 or 3 books. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I get that Book is not once per turn, and Dust Devil is, but you can Book of Eclipse their whole field and they can't draw anything. So it was insane in the Pearly matchup, insane in the Mekankos. You wait for them to equip something, they equip a couple cards, you flip it face down, equips go bye-bye. Like, this is insane. And I think running it at 2 moving forward is the correct call. And then we got 3 Stake Your Soul. For some reason, this card hates me. I never see it. I only saw it like once or twice in the whole tournament. It's an amazing card. It's an E-Telly for the deck. Reveal an attribute. Summon from your deck. Vanquish Soul with the same attribute but different name than the card you revealed. Super good. No way would I cut it. I would just like to draw it more. And then Durandal and Rhoda. People have been playing this as a 1 and a 1. I think I'm going to do 1 Rhoda and 3 Durandal. And I think the Durandal is going to take the place until Zhao Long comes in, which won't be too much longer because he's coming in Age of Overlord. But getting to Rosin is incredibly important. Only having 2 ways to search him, in my opinion, is not super smart. Yes, people are running the Small World package, but I don't like Small World. I don't like banishing a card to search a card. It's not, doesn't feel like a good way to play the game. It just feels like a mandatory because you can't get there. But if you just do 3 Durandal, you can get there just fine. So it's that. Last spells of the deck, Pot of Prosperity. I don't remember seeing this card at all in the tournament. Still got first place. Could easily be cut for Talents, because Talents is a guaranteed draw 2 if they activate a monster effect. Could go down to 1 and then 2 Thrust and then play more Thrust targets. Ratio is still up in the air. But Pot's thinking about cutting it for something else. Future Spice to be announced. And then I was main decking 3 Tikaboo, because in a deck where every single card you summon is a different type, this is such a free card. Tikaboo is such a free card in this deck, and it hurt Pearly quite a bit. It forced them to go through the Azalea line to pop it, which was pretty good for me. But yeah, Tikaboo is insanely good. Against Mekanko, it didn't matter. Against the Dragon deck, it mattered. And then Pearly, it mattered. But main decking it is so good. I was thinking that if I take out Pots of Prosperity, would I still run 3 Tikaboo? And I think so. I think so, because opening it never hurts. The reason why I want to take out Pots of Prosperity for Talents is because Borger conflicts with Pot. Pot makes it where your opponent takes half battle damage, which sometimes comes up, but it also makes it where you can't draw a card by effect. So it makes me wonder that if I do Borger, would I rather have the Borgia draw or the Borgia burn? Because there was some scenarios where I'd rather Borgia burn, but I didn't have the attributes in hand to show. So I couldn't. So I had to do the draw instead, but then I pot, so I couldn't draw. So it makes me wonder if it conflicts too much for me to want to actually keep running it. The extra deck is very up for debate. There's lots of space here. Play 3 rock. This is your Link 1. It's insane. Makes it where your opponents have to target for attacks the Vanquish Soul card you have with the highest attack. And it allows you to special summon from hand or add back from grave, so it's insane. Then let's see, here we go. The Nightmare lineup. Didn't organize this. Phoenix, Cerberus, Unicorn. Cerberus came up a lot. Phoenix never came up, and Unicorn never came up. Cerberus came up a lot. So I would not cut Cerberus. And then we have the Zeus package, Borbo, Check-a-9, and Zeus. I didn't do this once today. Not once. Abyss Dweller and Baguska. Every time I Baguska, I got Kaiju. So, did it do anything? No. Would I cut it? No. It forced them to Kaiju Baguska instead of something else. So, yay, I guess. Then, Access Code, just WinCon. Exit Tonight, didn't do it once, but I see why it's in here. Shangri-La for the Kashtira. And Big Eye for, well, if I have 2 level 7s, which is pretty easy to do. I like to Big Eye Steal, Shangri-La attack and go into Zeus, that kind of stuff. But I didn't have to do it. These 2 cards didn't get played all day, so you can literally cut them for anything else. Okay, then on to the side deck. Side deck was double Nibiru, never sided it in, didn't go against any big combo decks that I felt like it would be good in. 3 Imperm, I cut this from the main deck. Missed it here and there, but you need so many attributes in the deck, it's really hard to run a non-attribute card. 3 Dark Ruler, every time I sided in, I saw it. Love that card, it's beautiful, love it. And then I have double Talents. That's what I would take out, triple Talents. What I would take out Pot for to get the draw 2 or to steal. And then the back row, hate package, 3 Cosmics, 1 Harpies. Didn't need to side those in at all today. So that's very nice. That Pantera is all the back row destruction I needed. Pantera summons reveal like a Dark and Earth, pop all spells and traps in the same column. So it took out Birth a couple times. It was very, very nice. The Rosin effect to pop all monsters in the column came up a lot. My opponent put Azalea and Zeus in the same line. Summoned Rosin, activated effect, popped the entire column. He chained Zeus, didn't matter anyways. But we went back to a 0 game board state. So it was very, very nice. So lots of changes to come for this deck. I think that everyone's been focusing on the wrong strategy with it. I'm going to change it up, put the Curry Cars in, put my Durandals in, and my second Pantera in. And then I'll take it again to locals again this week, and we'll see how it performs with the new build. I got to play test all week to find out if that new build feels good or not. And if it does, you guys will for sure see a deck list. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Zach from the Duelist Den again. Until next time, peace.